चलो, अब आई होप कि अच्छे से तैयारी आप लोगों की चल रही होगी। तो इसी के साथ ही हम लोगों ने जितने भी गैसेस थे माइंस के, उन सभी गैसेस के बारे में हमने कल तक के लेक्चर में कंप्लीट कर लिया था। ठीक है, अब उसके बाद बात आती है जो सबसे अहम चीज होता है कि भाई अगर माइंस में कहीं गैस मिली तो आपको उसके बारे में पता करना है ना, कि वो गैस है या नहीं। या फिर अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो उस गैस के बारे में आपको पता करना पड़ेगा। अब ये पता करने के लिए आपके पास आखिर ऐसे कौन से हथकंडे हैं, ऐसे कौन से तरीके हैं, या ऐसे कौन से मेथड हैं जिनकी मदद से हम यह पता कर सकते हैं कि भाई माइंस में यह गैस मिली है, या यह गैस मौजूद है, या फिर जिस एटमॉस्फेयर में हूं वहां पे यह गैस मौजूद है। So basically, till yesterday, we have studied that what are the properties of different gases, what are the physiological effects of different gases. But if we talk about the detection of the gases, then we have to know that how can we detect any gas, or how can we come to know that some sort of gas is present over an area where we are working in that area. If we are working in that area, so we have to find out which type of gas is there, or what is the percentage of gas over there. For this thing we have to study the mine gas detection detectors. Okay, we have to study the mine gas detectors. Now if we talk about the mine gas detectors, there are different methods by which we can find out. Now I will show you different types of methods. Okay, first of all we will talk about the CO detectors. First of all we will talk about CO detectors. CO detectors. Now if we talk about the CO detectors, then which of the following we can use the following things as the CO detectors. The first one is लाल मुनिया. लाल मुनिया मुनिया और कैनरी बर्ड्स. Canary birds. Just write these things properly, okay? And whenever I will tell you what to write, then you have to write those things in front of this topics, okay? Write all the topic, all the detectors in a series. The second one is PS detectors. PS detectors. आप ये सारी चीजें लिख लीजिए, और जैसे ही मैं आपको कोई हर एक टॉपिक एक एक करके समझाऊंगा ना, और उसमें अगर मैंने कुछ लिखने को बोला है तो आपको इन टॉपिक्स के सामने वो चीज लिख लेना है, तो ये आपका एक पेज का शॉर्ट नोट प्रिपेयर हो जाएगा. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट वन, हुक्का लाइट. हुक्का लाइट डिटेक्टर्स. हुक्का लाइट डिटेक्टर्स. फोर्थ वन इज हुलामाइट डिटेक्टर ट्यूब. हुलामाइट डिटेक्टर ट्यूब. फिफ्थ वन इज ड्रैगर मल्टी गैस डिटेक्टर. ड्रैगर मल्टी गैस detector. Sixth one is electronic 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 measuring instruments. Measuring instruments. Next, seventh, MSA detectors. Eighth, MCore CO detection and monitoring system. MCore CO detection and monitoring system. And the last one is by Uptron India Limited. Uptron India Limited, BCO1 and BCO1R. Okay, these are the detectors which are used for detecting the CO. Now, have you written? Please write down. You have to prepare a one-page note. Okay. Now, if we talk about the detection and estimation of CO, if we talk about the detection and estimation of CO, then there are three basic methods for the detection and estimation of CO. Okay, three methods. This is the first method, lal munya or candy birds. Using the birds or mouse is the first method. Then the next method is the use of colorimetric indicating indicators detectors. Sorry. Okay, using the to here from here to here using. You should write this side only. I don't have a space, that's why I am writing over there. You should write this side only. Okay, using, this is the first one, and the second one is using colorimetric colorimetric indicating detectors. ठीक है, आप लोग इधर साइड लिख लीजिएगा. ठीक है, इधर साइड मैं लिख रहा हूं, जगह नहीं मेरे पास, मैं मिटा दूंगा इसको फिर. ठीक है, उसके बाद दो थर्ड वन है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मेजरिंग डिवाइसेस. ओके, यूजिंग third one is using electronic measuring device. These are the three things basically which are used for detecting the for the detection and the estimation of CO. Basically, in the first topic, we have to cover that the birds or the mouse which are being used in the mines for the detection of CO. But in the second topic, it is given that we will use some sort of indicators which will show you the percentage of CO or the presence of CO by changing their color. So basically there are color changing indicators which when come in contact with the atmosphere which contains carbon monoxide, they just change their color, and they will show you what is the percentage of carbon monoxide, or if carbon monoxide is present over there or not. तो बेसिकली आपका यहाँ पर दो मेथड, ये जो दो मेथड्स हैं, तो पहले वाले मेथड में आपको बोलता है कि कैनरी बर्ड या फिर माउस का इस्तेमाल कर लीजिए या बर्ड्स का इस्तेमाल कर लीजिए। दूसरा मेथड में आपको बोलता है कि आप ऐसे इंडिकेटर्स का इस्तेमाल करिए जो कि क्या करे, जब भी वो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के कांटेक्ट में आए या ऐसे एटमॉस्फेयर के कांटेक्ट में आए जहां पर कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड ऑलरेडी मौजूद है, तो उस केस में वो अपना कलर चेंज करके आपको उसका परसेंटेज बता दे या उसका प्रेजेंस बता दे। द थर्ड मेथड इज वी विल यूज सम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस, सम सॉर्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस which will show you the exact percentage of the carbon monoxide present in the atmosphere, and it will also show you all the percentage of all the other gases which are present in the atmosphere, mine atmosphere. Okay, so these are the three basic method. Basically, if we talk about the using colorimetric indicators, basically they are based on change in color of chemicals. Okay, this is the basic principle of colorimetric indicating detectors. They are based on color, based on change in color of chemicals due to chemical reaction, due to chemical reaction, chemical reaction. Okay. Second one is using electronic measuring devices. They are based on basically they use basically utilize electronic sensors, electronic sensors. Okay, they generally utilize the electronic sensors. Completed everyone? First वाला बोले तो लाल मुनिया, कैनरी बर्ड, we will talk about it in detail. Okay, अंकित, तो आपका लाल मुनिया कैनरी बर्ड हो गया, पीएच डिटेक्टर्स, हुपकालाइट डिटेक्टर्स एंड होलोमाइट डिटेक्टर ट्यूब, ड्रैगर मल्टीगैस डिटेक्टर्स. ओके, उसके बाद आ जाता है आपका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, आपका इधर से इधर तक आ जाता है BCO1, VCO1R. आई थिंक ये MSA डिटेक्टर शायद ट्यूब वाला ही होगा, बट देखते हैं आगे. ओके, आई थिंक दिस MSA डिटेक्टर विल बी ऑफ ट्यूब. I don't, it is not confirmed to me. I will tell you in next. If we talk about the Lal Munia or canary birds, basically Lal Munia or canary birds, why they are used in the mines? They are used in the mines because for detection of the CO, because they have a much faster rate of breathing and they get basically affected much earlier than the man, that is 20 times much faster than the man. बेसिकली आपका कैनरी या फिर मुनिया बर्ड का इस्तेमाल क्यों किया जाता है? क्योंकि जो कैनरी और मुनिया बर्ड होते हैं ये इंसान के मुकाबले ज्यादा तेजी से ब्रीथ भी करते हैं और इंसान के मुकाबले 20 गुना ज्यादा तेजी से CO के कारण, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के कारण अफेक्टेड होते हैं. If we talk about the human who is if we talk about a person or a man who is resting, who is in rest position, then at that time also munia bird at rest is about to 6 to 10 times much more sensitive than a man at rest. Okay, they are sensitive to 0.18% carbon monoxide. Okay, you have to remember this thing. Sensitive to 0.18% CO. approximately, approx, this is approx, not the exact value. Different birds have different types of getting affected, different timings of getting affected. Okay, so generally it is found that they are sensitive to 0.1%, 18% of carbon monoxide, and these birds are used. Should I rub this thing? So that's why they are used by rescue team, rescue team. Okay, they are used by rescue team. Whenever a rescue team goes to mine after explosion or fire, they used to carry the lal munia birds or canary birds with them, so that they could detect the presence of carbon monoxide. They used to take approximately 2 to 3 canary birds along with them in a particular cage, in a small cage. Okay, they used to carry these birds. This is the lal munia bird or the canary bird. See how beautiful she is. Okay, now if we talk about the lal munia bird, it is said that we have to only use the fresh birds for the detection of CO, and if the percentage of CO is 0.15%, basically at that time these birds, lal munia birds, show some sort of distress. You will be able to see some sort of distress in them. Okay, like they will use to rough their feathers, roughing of the feathers, pronounced chirpings, and the loss of liveliness in 3 minutes, and approximately after 30 minutes, after 18 minutes, they will fall from the perch on which they are sitting basically. तो बेसिकली आपका अगर 0.15% कार्बन मोनोक्साइड कहीं पर मौजूद है, तो उस केस में आपका जो मुनिया बर्ड होगा वो डिस्ट्रेस शो करेगा, उसका फेदर्स को वो रफ करेगा, या फिर वो चिरपिंग करेगा, आवाज निकालेगी, या कि फिर वो अपना लाइवलीनेस मतलब बेहोश हो जाएगी। तब कम से कम 3 मिनट में ये चीज होता है, ये सब चीजें, ठीक है। और अगर आपने और ज्यादा देर तक उसको वहां पर रखा, तो उस केस में 18 मिनट में वो अपने जो पिंजरे में जिस चीज पर बैठती है उस पर से नीचे गिर जानी है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, एट 0.3% of CO, the birds will show immediate distress and falls of its perch in 2-3 minutes. Basically, if the percentage of carbon monoxide is increased and reaches up to 0.3%, in that case the munia bird will automatically immediately show the distress and will fall from the perch within 2-3 minutes if the percentage of carbon monoxide is too much. Okay, up to approximately 0.3%. Now you have to remember this thing, that basically the munia bird shows distress at 0.1% only. Most of the time munia bird shows distress, or like roughing of the feathers and chirping or loss of liveliness. Basically it shows distress at 0.1% only, but we are not able to notice this type of distress because of we think that it will be normal for a bird to having a roughing of the feathers or chirping, but at 0.3% only we are able to notice that this distress is due to the carbon monoxide. So you have to remember this thing also. Okay, so there will be a question in your mind, sir, why cannot we use a normal bird or an ordinary sparrow for the detection of the CO? Basically, the ordinary sparrow cannot be used for the detection of the CO, because ordinary birds or ordinary sparrows have much more capacity of inhaling the carbon monoxide. They will show you the distress or any type of sign until they were dead. Until they were dead, they will not show you any type of distress, or they will show you the distress at 1 to 2% of कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड। बेसिकली अब आपके दिमाग में ये क्वेश्चन आता है, नॉर्मल चिड़िया क्यों नहीं इस्तेमाल करते? नॉर्मल चिड़िया का इस्तेमाल इसलिए नहीं करते क्योंकि जो नॉर्मल चिड़िया होती है वो जनरली डिस्ट्रेस शो नहीं करती, उसकी कैपेसिटी ज्यादा होती है इनहेल करने की कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड की, इसीलिए वो लगभग 1 से 2% कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड होने पर ही आपको डिस्ट्रेस शो करेगा, और तब तक में उसकी मृत्यु हो जाती है, कोई बहुत काम की चीज है नहीं। Now if we talk about the mouse, we cannot, why we are not using the mouses in the for the detection of CO. Basically mouse has a much more faster breathing rate than the human beings, like a munia bird only. And mouse will also show the like munia bird, mouse will also show the distress at 0.18% or 0.15%, okay, or 0.3%. But the basic difficulty with the mouse is that whenever mouse feels danger, then that mouse will sit at the corner of the cage quietly. It will not show you any type of distress. The mouse will feel everything. It feels everything at zero, like say, similarly like the munia bird only, but it will sit quietly at one corner of the cage. Now, in that case, he will not tell you anything, and he will not tell you anything. Then he will take you with him. Okay, हम तो मरेंगे सनम, तुमको भी ले डूबेंगे। नहीं, हम तो डूबेंगे सनम, तुमको भी ले डूबेंगे वाला हाल है इसका। अब इंग्लिश में क्या बोलूं इसको? So Munia bird is a good indicator for the CO. Okay, CEO. Next, pH detectors. Now we talk about the pH detector. pH detectors are basically the which type of detectors? Which type of detectors? Colorimetric indicating detectors, pH detectors. Okay. Now if we talk about the pH detectors, it has a glass tube. It has a glass tube. Okay. A glass tube. Glass tube is filled with silica gel. Okay. And silica gel contains light yellow potassium palladium sulfide. Okay, silica gel contains light yellow, or you can say that silica gel is soaked with light yellow potassium palladium sulfide. Silica gel is present at both ends for absorbing other gases. Okay, why? What is the purpose of using silica gel? For absorbing other gases, like the gases other than carbon monoxide. For that, silica gel is used. So silica gel will absorb the other gases, and only carbon monoxide gas will reach up to the potassium palladium sulfide. Okay, so write down over there where I have make you write all the detectors. Write down over there. That is what is present in this: silica gel, and potassium palladium sulfide. Okay, potassium palladium sulfide. Now, when the carbon monoxide comes in contact with the potassium palladium sulfide, then the yellow color, light yellow color of the potassium palladium sulfide changes into brown color. Okay, so you can write over here like light yellow color changes into brown color. Clear? You have to write these two lines. Now the limitation, write this also. This is the limitation, important. The least measurement and the maximum measurement range of instrument. So the range of instrument is 0.05% to 0.005% to 0.12% of carbon monoxide. Okay, write the range also. Okay, this much is fine for now. How will you know, how you will be able to know the percentage of carbon monoxide with the changing color? Basically, in all the colorimetric uh, indicators, you will be provided with a scale. The colorimetric indicators are provided with a scale, and that scale, and whenever the tube comes in contact with the atmosphere containing the carbon monoxide gas, then in that case, whenever its color changes from light yellow color to brown color, then you will take that tube near to that scale which is provided with the indicators. Then you will compare the color with that scale, so that you can know the percentage of the carbon monoxide on that scale. With the changing color, it is given the percentage, there is given the percentage of carbon monoxide. You can compare those two, and with the help of that you will be able to find out the percentage of carbon monoxide. Okay, is this fine to you? Now, should we proceed further? Have you written everything? Range, the chemical which is used, and the color change. Okay, now the next one. तो आपको यहाँ पे समझ में आ गया कि भाई एक ग्लास ट्यूब होती है, ग्लास ट्यूब में सिलिका जेल होता है, सिलिका जेल में आपका क्या अटैच होता है, पोटेशियम पैलेडियम सल्फेट सल्फाइड आपका उसमें सोखा हुआ रहता है। ठीक है, तो आपका ग्लास ट्यूब हो गया, ग्लास ट्यूब के अंदर सिलिका जेल, सिलिका जेल के अंदर क्या होता है आपका पोटेशियम पैलेडियम सल्फाइड, जो कि लाइट येलो कलर का होता है। जैसे ही कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के कांटेक्ट में आता है तो वो ब्राउन कलर में चेंज हो जाता है। अब जितना भी ज्यादा कलर में चेंज होता है या जितनी लंबाई तक कलर चेंज होता है, उसको हम जो है तो आपका उसकी मदद से हमें पता चल जाता है कि आखिर कितना कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड वहां पर मौजूद है। अगर बात करें इसकी रेंज की, तो ये 0.005% से लेकर 0.12% तक कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड गैस का मेजरमेंट करता है। ठीक है, तो इस बात का भी ध्यान में रख सकते हैं। चलो नेक्स्ट, ये देखिए, ये है आपका कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड डिटेक्टर। कुछ इस प्रकार का होता है। इसमें हम क्या करते हैं, इसके एक एंड को तोड़ देते हैं। ठीक है, दोनों एंड्स को तोड़ देते हैं, यहां से ब्रेक कर देंगे, यहां से ब्रेक कर देते हैं, और इसका एक एंड जो है तो बेलो में लगाते हैं। अब जैसे ही इस बेलो को फुसफुस को दबाएंगे इस टाइप से, तो ये पूरा का पूरा एयर खींचेगा यहां से यहां तक। अब यहाँ पे आपका सिलिका जेल मौजूद है। ठीक है, अब आपका दो पॉइंट्स पे सिलिका जेल मौजूद है, एक तो इस पॉइंट पे, सिलिका जेल है, एंड एक इस पॉइंट पे सिलिका जेल है। ठीक है, एंड ये बीच का पोर्शन आपका क्या हो जाता है, पोटेशियम पैलेडियम सल्फाइड सोक्ड इन सिलिका जेल। तो ये आपका किस कलर का होगा, लाइट येलो। So silica gel is present in both the ends, and in between there is the silica gel soaked with potassium palladium sulfide, which is yellow in color. This is the diagram with which you can understand easily. Now, if we talk about the hookah light detectors, okay, the generation of the heat, on the oxidation of carbon monoxide to produce carbon dioxide has been utilized by a detector manufactured by Mine Safety Appliance Corporation India, USA. Okay, basically it has a mixture, hookah light is a mixture of manganese dioxide and copper oxide. Okay, hookah light is a mixture of manganese, mixture of मैंगनीज dioxide, just write it down, and copper oxide. Copper oxide. Clear? Now, whenever the air which contains carbon monoxide comes in contact with this hookah light mixture, then hookah light acts as an catalyst. Okay, it will catalytically oxidize the carbon monoxide gas, and the temperature of the carbon monoxide, its temperature will rise, and you will notice that the temperature, there is a thermometer fixed besides it, and you will notice on that thermometer the temperature is rising, and with the rise in the temperature you can calculate the percentage of carbon monoxide, because there is a meter given over there. With the help of that meter only you will be able to find out the percentage of carbon monoxide. So what happens here? Basically, this method utilizes the heat generation on the oxidation of carbon monoxide. This detector utilizes the heat generated by the carbon monoxide on oxidation. Okay, because if we oxidize the carbon monoxide will convert into carbon dioxide. Along with that, it will generate heat. So, whenever the carbon monoxide is passed through the hookah light will oxidize the carbon monoxide gas, and when the carbon monoxide gas gets oxidized, it will generate heat. There is a thermometer which is connected with this detector. On the thermometer, you will see that the temperature rises as the reaction takes place. The temperature rises. You will notice this thing on the thermometer. And in that thermometer, with the increase in the temperature, there is a 1 meter also given over there that will show you that this is the temperature. Then at this temperature, this will be the concentration of carbon monoxide. So आपका यहाँ पे जो पूरा मेथड यूज होता है, यहाँ पे ये बोलता है कि आपका जो कार्बन मोनोक्साइड होता है वो जब भी उसे ऑक्सीडाइज आप करेंगे ना, तो उसमें क्या प्रोड्यूस होता है? हीट जनरेट होता है और वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का प्रोडक्शन करता है. तो हीट जब भी जनरेट होगा तो इसी चीज को हम क्या करते हैं, यूज करते हैं. यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं कि जो हमारा हुक्का लाइट है ये एक कैटलिस्ट का काम करता है. यहाँ पर बेसिकली हुक्का लाइट बेसिकली एक्ट्स एज एन कैटलिस्ट ओवर हियर. सो हुक्का लाइट क्या करता है, जैसे ही कार्बन मोनोक्साइड वाली हवा हुक्का लाइट को क्रॉस करती है तो हुक्का लाइट क्या करेगा, उसको ऑक्सीडाइज करेगा. ऑक्सीडाइज किया तो वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में कन्वर्ट होगा विथ हीट जनरेशन. अब जैसे ही हीट का जनरेशन हुआ तो वो क्या करेगा, उसका टेम्परेचर बढ़ना लगेगा. ठीक है, तो उसके बगल में एक मीटर थर्मामीटर लगा होता है जिसमें कि दो चीजें शो की जाती हैं. एक तो टेम्परेचर, दूसरा आपका कितना परसेंट, इतने टेम्परेचर पे क्या परसेंटेज होगा. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली जैसे जैसे टेम्परेचर बढ़ता जाता है वो मीटर आपको हीट के साथ साथ ये भी शो करेगा कि भाई इतने पे इतना परसेंटेज कार्बन मोनोक्साइड पाया जाएगा. ओके, सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस थिंग. Basically you can write also based on based on based on oxidation of CO leading heat generation. Clear? Now you have to write the range of the instrument also in a below that point. That is, the range is 0.005% to 0.015%. Clear? Is it clear? Now, next topic, Hulamite tube. Ooh, Hulamite. Now, if we talk about the Hulamite tube, basically, Hulamite is a mixture of iodine, pentoxide, and sulfuric acid. Just write it down over there. Okay, on that page. So, Hulamite is a mixture of iodine and in pentoxide and sulfuric acid. It is grayish white color, okay. But when it comes in contact with the carbon monoxide, it color changes to green, brown, or black shades. Okay. Along with that, it also liberates iodine, and there is a chart present over color chart present over there, with the help of which you can calculate the percentage of carbon monoxide. Clear? So write these points. Hulamite, mixture of iodine, pentoxide, and sulfuric acid. First of all, write this thing. Hulamite, arrow, mixture of iodine, pentoxide, and sulfuric acid. Write this portion. After that, second point, grayish white color, changes to shade of green, brown, black. Green, brown, black. Okay. There will be one more question asked over here, that which gas is liberated when carbon monoxide comes in contact with a Hulamite? Which gas is liberated when CO comes in contact of Hulamite? Okay. Which gas is liberated? Answer is iodine. Which thing is liberated? Because it is not written over here that gas is liberated. Which thing is liberated? Just write. Which thing is liberated? Now, next is, this is the Hulamite tube. Okay. Now, next, carbon monoxide detectors. The detector consists of a, basically, if we are since we are talking about the carbon monoxide detectors, the detectors consist of three things. First of all, an aspirator bulb, a color comparing scale or chart, and a CO detecting tube. Okay, just remember this thing. And these detector tubes contain yellow silica gel and palladium sulfate, that is PdSO4, okay, and the ammonium molybdate, that is NH4 whole twice MoO4. and it is sealed at both the ends. Whenever you have to use this detector, then you have to break the sealed ends at the spot of detection, and you will insert this into the CO detecting aspirator. Okay, and after that you will just squeeze the bulb of the aspirator so that the mine air gets drawn into the tube through the glass fiber and the silica gel at the end of the tube. What is the use of silica gel? This can also be asked over there. So the silica gel at the end of the tube so as to absorb the gases other than CO. Okay, now the CO in air reacts with the ammonium palladium, okay, and it will produce some complex oxides. Okay, it will form the complex oxides of molybdenum and thereby change the yellow color. Then it will change the yellow color to shades of green, which will depend upon the percentage of or the concentration of carbon monoxide. Okay, now the CO percentage is determined by matching with color scale chart and provided with the instrument, and the carbon monoxide percentage is read with the number of squeezes, that is how many times you have squeezed the aspirator bulb. On that basis the percentage of carbon monoxide is calculated. The range of the instrument is 0.101% to 0.4%. Now if we talk about the Drager multi-gas detector, Drager multi-gas detector, basically it is produced by a firm dragger. Okay, firm of dragger. The instrument is used at the spot for the determination of percentage of different gases. If CO is to be used, if you want to use the CO, then in that case you have, because basically this company provides, dragger company provides different tubes for different gases. Then in that case you have to use these different tubes for detecting different gases. Like suppose that if you want to detect the CO, if you want to detect the percentage of CO, then in that case you will use the tube of CO. You will attach that tube on which CO is written. Okay, basically the name of the gas is written on the tube like this, as you will be able to see that CO is written over there in these tubes. There are different kinds of tube, and in each tube is specifically for different gases. So you can imagine like this. So Drager multi-gas detector works like this only. That is, tubes are provided for different gases. You can use different tubes for detecting different gases. Now, if we talk about the range or the least percentage of carbon monoxide detected by the Drager multi-gas detector is the 5 parts per million. 5 ppm is the least percentage of carbon monoxide detected by the multi-gas detector, and the shelf life of these tubes is 2 years. You can keep these tubes for approximately 2 years. After that it will get expired. Okay, the Drager tubes. So which gases are detected by the Drager multi-gas detector? It basically detects the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, ethylene, methane, and etc. Many more gases are detected by the Drager multi-gas detectors. Okay, now the next one, this is the bellow type pump used with CO detector tubes. It is a bellow type pump. Basically it is a pump, and this is the tube which is attached to this pump. Okay, and bellow type pump basically like this. You have seen the aspirator bulb. The shape of that aspirator bulb is like this. Okay, we used to press this aspirator bulb from all sides so that it takes air in and throws air out. Okay, now bellow. In most of the movies, you maybe you have seen the bellow. Bellow is shaped like this. Okay, you will press bellow up and down, and along with when you will press up and down, it will throw air out and take air in. This is called bellow. This is called aspirator bulb, and this is called bellow pump. Clear? Now, coming to the next topic, using electronic measuring instruments. Now you have to use the electronic measuring instruments, and it is not that much tough. You have to just remember two or three things in that. You don't have to remember any type of chemical reactions or the chemical names. Okay, so basically it is used for the measurement of carbon monoxide. It is a type of portable electronic measuring instrument, and it is much more accurate and economical than the detectors which are having detector tubes basically. Okay, these are self-contained battery powered instruments basically, and they have the capable of measuring the carbon monoxide in air, which is ranges from 0 to 100 or 0 to 500 ppm by volume. These are used basically for the on the spot measurement of the carbon monoxide in the air for fixed continuous monitoring system, so that you can measure the percentage of carbon monoxide anywhere at any time without worrying about that we have only one detector tube or two detector tubes. You can measure the carbon monoxide as much as time you want until the battery gets drained. Okay, तो ये आपका जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मेजरिंग डिवाइस है, ये सबसे बेस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मेजरिंग डिवाइस माना जाता है. ये पोर्टेबल होता है, हैंडी होता है, और आपका जो डिटेक्टर ट्यूब्स आप जो यूज करते हैं उससे भी ज्यादा एक्यूरेट होता है, क्योंकि ये आपको एग्जैक्ट परसेंटेज यहाँ पर बता के देता है. ये बेसिकली सेल्फ कंटेन्ड बैटरी ऑपरेटेड आपका डिवाइस होता है, जिसका इस्तेमाल आप माइंस में कर सकते हो. और इसमें जो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का परसेंटेज का रेंज है, ये 0 से 100 और या कि फिर एक तो वेराइटी, एक वेरिएशन ये आता है 0 से 100 ppm वाला, दूसरा वेरिएशन ये आता है आपका 0 से 500 वाला ppm वाला वेरिएशन आता है आपका. तो जो भी आपको चाहिए वो वाला लेके आप जो है तो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का मेजरमेंट कर सकते हो. ठीक है, अब आप कहीं पर भी फिक्स्ड पॉइंट पर कोई एक, जैसे मैनेजर के द्वारा कोई एक पॉइंट फिक्स कर दिया, whenever the manager fixes the point that at this point only you have to measure the carbon monoxide, then in that case you will be able to measure the carbon monoxide with this using this detector at that point. And also you don't have to worry about the number of tubes you have or the number of times you there is no limitation अबाउट मेजरिंग ऑफ द कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड. ठीक है, तो ये कभी भी आपके साथ एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं होता कि भाई मेरे पास तो दो ही ट्यूब है, मैं दो ही बार मेजर कर सकता हूँ. आपको जितना बार मन हो उतना बार मेजर करिए, कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है. ठीक है, बेसिकली इसमें होता क्या है, इसमें एक इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल पोलैरोग्राफिक सेल लगा होता है. क्या लगा होता है? इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल पोलैरोग्राफिक सेल सेंसर लगा होता है. ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखनी है. तो क्या लगा होता है? इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल पोलैरोग्राफिक सेल सेंसर्स इसमें लगे होते हैं. ठीक है, जो कि आपको क्या करता है, डायरेक्ट रीडिंग्स प्रोवाइड कराता है, ऑडियो और विजुअल अलार्म के साथ रीडिंग्स प्रोवाइड कराता है बेसिकली आपको. इट प्रोवाइड्स द रीडिंग्स विद द ऑडियो विजुअल अलार्म इफ when it will provide the audio visual alarm if the percentage if 50 ppm or more carbon monoxide is present in the atmosphere, then in that case it will provide you the audio visual alarm like a warning alarm. Okay, Now, if we talk about the MSA detectors, okay. Now, as I have told you, I was confused at that time. MSA detector, maybe it will be a tube detector, but finally, it is confirmed that MSA detector is a tube detector. Okay. It has aspirator valve, color comparing scale, and CO detecting tubes. It is similar like all the other detector tubes only. Okay, now you have to remember the chemicals only. Yellow silica gel impregnated with palladium sulfate and ammonium molybdate. Okay, it is sealed at both ends and used for the detection of carbon monoxide. Its shelf life is 18 months. As we have earlier studied earlier, dragger detector tubes. Similarly, it is MSA has also made its similar detector tubes, MSA detectors, but the shelf life of this thing is on approximately 18 months. It is a upgraded version of dragger detector tubes. Okay, and nothing else. And it measures as low as 10 ppm of carbon monoxide and as high as 100 ppm of carbon monoxide by the colorimetric process कंपैरिजन ऑफ द स्केल. तो बेसिकली आपका जो ड्रैगर मल्टी गैस डिटेक्टर था उसी का अपग्रेडेड वर्जन है एमएसए डिटेक्टर. एमएसए डिटेक्टर के जो ट्यूब्स होती है उसकी शेल्फ लाइफ भी अधिक होती है और ये जो है तो 10 पीपीएम से लेके 1000 पीपीएम तक का मेजरमेंट भी कर सकता है. तो ये उससे थोड़ा सा एडवांस है. ठीक है, तो इस बात का भी ध्यान में रख सकते हैं कि भाई ये एक एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी डिटेक्टर ट्यूब है जो कि इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. ठीक है, these are the MSA detector tubes like Drager multi-gas detectors. Now, if we talk the MCOR detection and monitoring system, MCOR detection and monitoring system, basically you have to remember the specifications only. It the range of this detector is 0 to 50 ppm and 0 to 500 ppm. It comes in two variations, 0 to 50 ppm and 0 to 500 ppm. Okay, just remember the range and nothing else. All these are of no use. This is the MCOR CO detection. Now, if we talk about the alarm system, basically why we should use MCOR system, because it this instrument is very handy. It can be handled anywhere, and as a local alarm it can be used as a local alarm, and it continuously monitors the basically it continuously monitors the carbon mine atmosphere. Okay, basically and the led is fixed in this instrument, in this device, having an input of 0.4 to 2 volt, giving an output of 0 to 50 ppm or 0 to 500 ppm. There are two variations of this, 0 to 50 ppm and 0 to 500 ppm. At normal condition, this led flashes once in every 15 seconds. Okay, but in the alarm condition it flashes, the led light flashes once in every second. ठीक है, once every second. What happened? तो आपका ये जो एमकोर वाला डिजाइन होता है ये बेसिकली बहुत ज्यादा हैंडी इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है. ये इसमें एक लोकल, सबसे अच्छी बात तो इसमें ये होती है कि इसमें एक लोकल अलार्म फिक्स होता है, और ये दूसरा कंडीशन ये अच्छी है कि इसमें ये कंटिन्यूसली आपका माइन एनवायरमेंट को मॉनिटर करते रह जाता है. ठीक है, अब इसमें एक एलईडी लाइट फिक्स होती है जो कि आपको अलार्म देने का काम करती है. बेसिकली इसमें हम 0.4 वोल्ट से 2 वोल्ट का इनपुट जैसे ही देते हैं ना, तो ये आपको 0 से 50 पीपीएम का क्या करेगा, आपको जो है तो रीडिंग्स दे देगा, या फिर 0 से 500 पीपीएम तक की रीडिंग्स आपको बताकर देगा. अब इन केस अगर आपका नॉर्मल कंडीशन है तो उस केस में जो एलईडी है 15 सेकंड में एक बार फ्लैश करता है, बट अगर इन केस आपका अलार्म कंडीशन हो गया या फिर डेंजर वाला कंडीशन हो गया, ठीक है, अगर कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का परसेंटेज एक लिमिट से ज्यादा हो गया तो उस केस में ये आपका हर सेकंड क्या करेगा, हर एक सेकंड में एक बार फ्लैश करना स्टार्ट कर देगा, ठीक है। अब आपका क्या होता है कि जो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड गैस होती है, ठीक है, though carbon monoxide burns with bluish flame and forms a cap over the flame of an oil safety lamp, the percentage of carbon monoxide to produce a noticeable cap has to be high, and entry of a person in an atmosphere having such high percentage is dangerous. Therefore, detection of CO by a flame safety lamp is not recommended. देखिए अब इसका इस्तेमाल करने की जरूरत क्या होती है। देखिए कहीं कहीं पे क्या होता है, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड गैस जलती है और वो ब्लूइश फ्लेम के साथ भी जलती है, लेकिन जब बहुत ज्यादा परसेंटेज होता है कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का तब उस केस में वो ब्लूइश फ्लेम के साथ जलेगी, और तब तक में तो आदमी अगर सेफ्टी लैंप लेके जाएगा तो वो निपट जाएगा। तो वही चीज यहाँ पे बोल रहा है और कुछ खास नहीं बोल रहा है, ठीक है। आगे देखते हैं। अब द लास्ट वन इज अपट्रॉन इंडिया लिमिटेड के द्वारा दो मॉडल्स बनाए जाते हैं, BCO1 and BCO1R. Okay, this is the last CO detector which is manufactured by the Uptron India Limited, that is BCO1 and BCO1R. इन मॉडल्स में आपके सेंसर होते हैं जो कि इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल वाले सेंसर्स इन मॉडल्स में लगे होते हैं, ठीक है। अब इसमें अब बेसिकली यू हैव टू रिमेंबर वन थिंग दैट these are the continuous monitoring devices. These devices are used for the continuous monitoring of the mine environment basically, okay, and they work with the help of electric supply on their power supply is main electric supply, they are connected with the main electric supply, and also they have a nickel cadmium rechargeable batteries. अब बेसिकली इनको वर्क कराने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ता है, वी हैव टू कनेक्ट इट विद द इलेक्ट्रिक पावर सप्लाई फॉर वर्किंग फॉर इट्स वर्किंग, ओके, main electric power supply, and also we used to provide a nickel cadmium rechargeable batteries of 0.4 to 2 volt, so that in case there is a power cut in the power supply or any other condition arises that it does not get the electric supply, then in that case it could operate on the rechargeable nickel cadmium rechargeable batteries, okay. Now if we talk about the difference between the BCO1 and the BCO1R, basically BCO1 has a inbuilt sensor. BCO1 has an inbuilt sensor. Inbuilt sensor means that means I will basically I will take my BCO1, I could take my BCO1 instrument, it is a handy instrument, I could take it with me, or and I will place it at the like that at one place in the mines. At that place it will show me the percentage of carbon monoxide or any other gases, okay, at that place it will show me the carbon monoxide or any percentage of carbon monoxide or any other gases. I will go and just watch over there. But in case of BCO1R, the sensors are not fitted in case of BCO1R, the sensors are fitted remotely sighted sensors. It has remotely sighted sensors, that is I will fix my BCO1R over here, okay, like this. I will fix my BCO1R over here like this, and the sensor is placed somewhere else in the mines. The sensor is placed somewhere else in the mines. Now that sensor, like it is placed in panel number 1 heading number 3. Suppose that it is said that suppose that it is its sensor is placed at panel number 1 heading number 3, heading number 4, or the return airway of this gallery, or the return airway of that level or dip or rise, anything. But you will be able to see the percentage of different gases sitting at one place only, at a safe place only, and the sensor will be placed at some danger place, and you would be able to see the percentage of different gases from sitting at one place only, okay, at a safe place. तो इसका सबसे बड़ा फायदा क्या होता है कि आपका BCO1R का फायदा ये होता है कि भाई आप एक जगह पे अपना पूरा इंस्ट्रूमेंट रख लिए, अब आपने उसका सेंसर ले जाके कहीं और पे लगा दिया। अब जैसे ही आपको वहां का क्या करना है, आपको डिटेल्स चाहिए, डाटा चाहिए कि कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड वगैरह का गैसेस का परसेंटेज कितना है, तो आप यहाँ पे बैठे बैठे वहां का पूरा डिटेल्स आराम से ले सकते हैं। ठीक है, and this is the basic difference. Basically, they are intended for a fixed point monitoring and can be powered intrinsically. They are given power with an intrinsically safe flame proof apparatus. Okay, now the battery backup. If we talk about the BCO1 has a battery backup of 42 days. It will be able to operate for 42 days without power supply, and BCO1R will operate up to 5 days without power supply because BCO1R is very heavy. It has a liquid crystal display that gives a large, clear and digital readout in ppm, and the same display is also used to indicate overrange and fault conditions. Okay, both the models have low sensitivity to other gases. Okay, they are dust and water resistance. Both the models are very less sensitive to other gases. They will not be able to show clearly the percentage of different gases, but at higher percentage they will give you the exact data about that. Okay, these are the specifications of the BCO1. This is the arrangement for the BCO1. There is a junction box, and this instrument is connected with the junction box at one point, and there is a display, and it will show you the percentage of different gases on the display only.
To watch the complete video, download Mining Gyan 2.0 app from the Play Store and enjoy seamless learning with Mining Gyan 2.0.